challenge that we're going to be doing today is going to be called Webhacking.kr Challenge 46, and it's a SQL injection, and we have level 1. So let's get started. So we have this little bar right here that represents a bunch of things, but what we're going to do is just try out messing around with it. So we'll press 1 and submit query, and we get lusty information and money 1,100. And let's try doing some SQL injection. Let's do something like this. What happens? Nothing. What happens if we try like a huge number? Nothing happens for the most part, but we do see it appear right here, or I guess whatever we input it. So I guess this is the parameter LV. So let's get started. So if I click on view source and just open in a new link, we get this. So we get challenge 46 injection and LV, and then the value is always going to be 1, I'm guessing. And then href view source 1, to click if you want to view the source, view source 1 equals right here. So we get this. So LV, this is what we're inputting. So the LV has some add slashes, so that means we can't escape out of it for the most part, or escape shouldn't work. And if we see right here, string replace, so anytime it sees a space, it just takes it away. Anytime it sees a forward slash, it just takes it away. A star, it takes it away. A percentage sign, it takes it away. And then we're limited on what we can't use because we exit it right away. So if we see a select, an OX, a limit, or a cache, if we see any of these values inside our query, we exit. We could test this out just by typing, I guess, select, and it should, yeah, it doesn't work because I guess it saw it right away. So what can we do? So I guess if we check ID, the result to solve this challenge 46, ID has to equal to admin. And if we say right here, select ID cache from child 46, where LV is equal to that. So typically what we want to be able to do is simply this query. We want to be able to, for the most part, item. Hopefully this pops up. So for the most part, we want to make this select ID cache from challenge where LV is equal to 0, or ID is equal to admin. It's because this is gonna turn out to be false because we won't know the LV part that's gonna make this true, or the LV where like the ID is where the ID is admin, the LV value that makes the ID admin. So this is gonna be false, but what's gonna run next is gonna be the ID equal to admin. But how do we do this? So how do we solve this challenge for the most part, since we're limited on what we can't use? So one of the very first things we want to try is put any random value right here. So in our case, I'm gonna put 0. And as you can see my query right here. And then we see if we add space right here, we're gonna see that the space gets taken away. So we have to find another way to bypass space. So one way to bypass space filter using tabs. We could use tabs to bypass the space filters. Bypassing space filters using tabs. So if an application does not allow, we can try bypassing it using tabs. But how do we use this using tabs? How do we bypass this using tabs for the most part? So how we could use tabs is basically by encoding it. So if we look up URL encoding, you can see that there's multiple ways you could use tabs. So Control F tab. So horizontal tab is what we're gonna use. We're gonna do %09. So we're gonna do %09, and that's just gonna be a horizontal tab. And now we're gonna do OR, and then we're gonna do %09 again. But this time, so I'll just explain what we have so far. Since spaces aren't allowed, and that's one thing we can't use, what we'll do is do select. Now our thing looks like select ID. Even though it's not the correct spelling, from child 46 where LV is equal to 0. But this time we did tab. Oh, can I not tab? Oh, like a tab is like a huge bunch of spaces. Or, and then we did tab again. Now we do ID. Now we do ID is equal to, and then after that what we're gonna do is char value. Why are we using char? Because if we look back at our source, we can't use the string admin, because admin, you have to cover it with with quotes, because like when you do when you run queries, you want to do like a SQL query example. Select where select from customers, no, select where, because like see, like right here where country is equal to and then the string value. So we want to be able to do that, but we can't do that in our case. What we can do is basically concat or make a char value big enough that's gonna equal our values of admin. So right here we're gonna have char, and char is gonna be the addition of all of our strings combined. So basically what we want to be able to do is, because we're gonna use the char value from SQL, so we're gonna look up MySQL char. The char value is basically turning variable char is if given stored in char are not always correct. So char, the char value of this is gonna basically be MySQL char. Look at this. Yeah, the following statement returns the character values according to the ASCII table of integers 67, 52, and 82. So this basically turns the integers into the ASCII value. So basically we have to use the ASCII table and build up admin. So we're gonna, so what's A for admin? A is basically 97, so we'll do 97 right here, even though it's already pre-built right here. 97 char 97 add 100, and what's next? Add M is 109, and then add I is gonna be 105 question mark 105. Add me, and then 105 is N, so we want to finish it off with N, and that's 110. So this is basically gonna be our query for the most part. Is it 110, right? Yeah, we have it right here. So if we submit the query, we're gonna think that it solves our thing, but if you see right here, our original value gets added with a bunch of it gets URL encoded. So what happens for the most part, this gets taken off, because remember, no percentages allowed, so that just becomes 0.25. that one gets taken off, that 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 gets taken off. So you see this, all of this doesn't make sense anymore. Look, this is just the huge values of strings. So what do? We basically just input the value that we had all the way right here. So in this case, well, like I'm not impressed. I'm not, because it solved it for us. So what happened? So basically by inputting this right away inside here, it read it without like URL encoding it. Because what this does right here, this box right here, a URL encodes it and then it places it right here. But what we did right here, we just basically put the values that we wanted to get, because we put like our raw values, and this gets translated to a tab, so it never gets read as a %09, and this gets translated as a tab, and all of this gets put as a full-on string together, in which later on we check right here, since this is and it bypasses this part. So you press OK. We're gonna see like quickly right away, log in please, because we solved this challenge, and then we see like admin information, and then after that it just logs us back in. But anyway, that was about it for this challenge. For the most part, it was just mostly, I guess, teaching you guys how to, I guess, bypass this, and just teaching you guys like just about things like that. So I guess the one thing to remember is this doesn't get translated as %09. This gets, since it's URL encoded, it gets translated back to a horizontal tab or vertical tab, whatever, or just a tab. This gets translated to a tab, and all of this gets inputted as like a value in here for the most part. But anyway, that's about it for this challenge. Hope you guys learned something new. I already did this challenge a while back, but anyway, that's about it for me, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.